something. Shh. We shouldn't be talking about this.
Okay, so some little tea I've been hearing over the pond, Soli. What you got?
I think a major question in life right now is how are we feeling about men having girl best friends or just girl close friends in general?
Good
Yes,
question.
yeah, that is a great
Yes.
question. Obviously, men that we're dating,
Yes.
I'd assume. Yeah. So I feel like there are some circumstances around said topic, but if there's secrecy involved with this friendship, that's a major red flag.
I have to agree. Secrecy, not telling you things like their name or when they're hanging out, that is definitely a red flag. And I feel like if they're not like trying to get you to hang out with this girl best friend as well, then it also is kind of sus because it's like, why wouldn't they want you two to meet and get to know each other?
Right. Yeah. It's like a little side piece.
Oh,
Because
oh,
you don't want the main
You have
piece and side piece to
experience?
meet.
Yeah, do you have experience with that? Do you have experience with that?
let's hear it.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, then you might find yourself in a little bit of a similar situation. But obviously, as we all know, but our listeners don't all know, I was emotionally cheated on this past summer by a longtime girlfriend who gaslit me into thinking I was the reason for the cheating. And that I was being unfair when I drew boundaries saying I could no longer be in the relationship if she kept up her said friendship with this guy. I know y'all are straight as a arrow, but when you are bi, exactly, dating a girl and then you go and emotionally cheat with a guy, that is like, what the heck? Because obviously he's got something I can't provide. So, sorry, I forgot we're keeping this family friendly.
Clearly. I also think it's very much implied. I think all the listeners gathered immediately. Clarification was not needed in that situation.
Censored.
Yeah, you can just beep that out, right? Anyhow, emotional cheating. That's where it was also brought up. Like, is that actually cheating? Because again, I was gaslit so many times into being told that emotional cheating isn't actually cheating. Because cheating has to be physical. But in my opinion, emotional cheating is worse because you literally developed feelings for someone. You know?
Right.
And like, obviously, if you develop feelings for something like that, there's a reason for that. And those don't just go away. Whereas, like, if you get drunk one night, go sleep with someone, you can wake up the next morning and forget all about them. Not saying that that would be okay, but I'm just saying, when it comes to cheating, emotional cheating is very much a thing.
I agree. I also think emotional cheating, like, almost is a little bit worse than physical cheating.
Yeah.
Because, like, kind of what you were just saying, like, they've developed feelings for this person to the point that, like, clearly their feelings for you aren't as important anymore. And whereas, like, physical cheating, you don't need to develop those feelings. So I personally think it could be worse sometimes.
It's poisonous.
It is.
Poisonous. I like
It
that.
seeps into
Yeah.
the relationship that they're in
Exactly.
and just destroys it one little piece by piece.
Yep.
Exactly. I agree. Also had
I mean,
some experience with
emotional
that.
cheating is the same as online cheating if you think about it, because everybody who has an online relationship or starts online, all they can ever do is emotional love. They don't have their physical love until they meet in person. And so I just feel like emotional cheating is cheating because if you were in said long distance relationship or online relationship and you found out they're with somebody else, it doesn't matter if that's another online person. It doesn't matter if that's they're still cheating. They still have feelings for somebody else that's not you. And I know, I know at least Tegan and Soljan were not open to open relationships at all. I don't know how Jasmine feels about that, but open relationship is a no. No. If you want to get out of a relationship, you tell me. If you want to get out of a relationship, that's fine. But if you go and cheat on me, that's grounds for me destroying your car.
Oh,
So put it in writing. I'm destroying
maybe
it.
not something that could get us some jail time, especially as a
Yeah.
colored person. We may not want that.
Put it on recording.
We're women.
my
We can
word.
find smarter, sneakier ways to get revenge. I think.
I mean, I think
Okay.
we've talked about this plenty of times. If one of our partners were to cheat on any of us, I think that all of us would
Take vengeance.
have each other's backs.
That too.
We would.
And let's just say that person's life wouldn't be around much longer, probably.
Okay, so I don't know about that. I wouldn't go to that. I wouldn't go to that link. The destroying the car, taking their money.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're just not going to have a life anymore.
Exactly.
They're going to struggle to make a name for themselves. And if
Exactly.
they do
Facts.
make a name for themselves, it'll be a bad name, that's for sure.
That is for sure.
Facts.
Also, a little side note, I heard from a friend that you put bologna on a car and it strips the paint straight off. So
Oh yeah, it's because bologna is made.
That
I mean,
says
you can
something
also
about
just
bologna.
do the Jolly Ranchers on the windshield. You can do the sugar in the gas tank.
Someone's thought about
can
this.
clearly,
I like cars.
Ooh, and
I
so-
would give any of you guys
if you're gonna
out there
slash
ideas,
tires,
but-
only do 3 because insurance will
But
pay
if
if
they
it's
have,
4.
if they don't have insurance, do all 4
Yeah,
do all
they don't
4
have
and the
insurance,
spare.
then do all 4.
and the spare.
Rubba.
Grab the
What
spare.
heck?
Curb
my
those wheels
God.
first too. Curb those wheels. If it's a car guy, curb those wheels. Scratch those wheels up. They will be so hurt. They will be so hurt because you want to know how much their rims cost? Thousands of dollars. If they're nice rims, they're probably $6K.
I know Riz's man is out here thinking, I gotta put all my cars in a garage and lock it.
Lock them up.
Lock them up.
I told him, don't mess with me. I'm not
using this
crazy.
tape as evidence in court.
Yeah,
Like,
that might not be too good,
Dude.
huh?
I'd like to replay track 1. Minute
I will plead
5.
innocence. Plead the fifth.
Did I really say that? Did I really say that?
I don't know.
It could have been AI, honestly, in this day and age.
Yeah.
You never
Anybody
know.
could have said it.
Yeah.
Anyone. Don't worry, we'll testify for you, Riz.
It's okay. He wouldn't have enough money to go to court anyways.
Oh,
Like I said, I would take the money. So he wouldn't have any money to go to court. He wouldn't have.
Dang.
What is he gonna do? Be a lawyer for himself? He'll lose.
probably not.
Putting people on blast, okay?
So anyhow, back to Soli's original question.
What was her question?
Girl best friends,
Girl best
Or
friend.
maybe could even widen
Oh.
it up. Just say best friends of the
mm-mm.
opposite gender.
Yes.
I think as 4 of us females sitting here, we can speak for it ourselves. At least I can. I would never have a male best friend, let alone have a male friend that's in my close inner circle. I think there's a certain degree of respect that has to happen with you and your partner, and that respect is somewhat lost when another person of the sex that you're attracted to is that close to you.
Yeah.
Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing with them that you can't get from your partner?
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, okay, so I guess I wouldn't go so far as to say that, like, I would never have them, like, in my inner circle, but more just, like, keeping lines of communication open. Like, if I'm gonna go do something with my friend and my partner's free, I'm gonna have my partner come with. Like, it's gonna be more like, hey, friend, do you want to come hang out with me and my partner? Like, do you want to go do something with us? You know, and I'm not hiding anything. I'm not like showing there's a line between these two people, you know? Chill, guys.
Yeah,
Chill.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
What?
can fully agree with that.
Why?
I do think there is a boundary, like a respect thing when it comes to someone in a
Okay,
relationship hanging out with someone in the opposite gender, just
fair.
because, like, when two people of
Okay,
opposite
but
genders get together, things can happen. Not that they will, but they can. And
Okay,
remember when I
but like, does that not mean that you also like might be dating the wrong person if you can't trust them to keep it
okay,
in their
okay,
pants?
wait. I think this goes back to what I had originally said about the open relationship thing, about how me, Tegan, and Soli do not agree with that. I think Jazrin's more open to open relationships if that's what's decided on.
But it's not
I
okay.
think
So
she's
here's my thing. It's not even like open relationships. Yeah, I'm open to open relationships and stuff like that. Like if
it,
that's what two people agreed upon. But no, my thing is like okay, obviously I'm bisexual, right? My last partner was a girl. Obviously, we both are going to have female friends, you know? And so like in my head, like obviously we're gonna hang out with these female friends, whether it's with our partner or without our partner. But my whole thing is it's going to be with my partner when my partner's available. Obviously, if we had male friends and stuff like that, which she did eventually make air quote male friend. So then I get your point, yes, but that also like falls back on like the whole reason she's an ex, right?
nope.
Because clearly I couldn't trust her. And clearly she couldn't keep her feelings in check and remember her commitment she gave to a relationship. And obviously that wasn't the right person for me. So that's the other thing. It's like that also is a huge character, like test because if you can't trust your partner to stay committed to you, should they be your partner?
Okay, yes. I we get what you're saying. It's that's
There's also
completely
a
true.
certain
That's
amount of
completely trust you can have. Yeah. Because if you've experienced so much untrustworthy relationships, whether if it's your partner or not, your friend or not, your parents or not, your siblings or whatever, if they've broken your trust so many times, you're not going to have a certain level of trust with the next person, even if they're the most trustworthy person. Because your trust has been broken so many times that you're just like, I'm always going to be cautious. I'm always going to be on the line. I'm always going to be ready for the next thing to happen. I'm always going to assume the worst. I'm always going to like the half is like the glass is half empty, not half full
Yeah.
type situation.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I
Yeah, I
go
get what
ahead.
you mean there. Well, okay, I get what you mean there, and obviously, currently I'm a therapy girly because in therapy, and like that's obviously something to work on. Currently, am working on that kind of stuff, but like if your future partner does know about these things, if you can just be communicative and like let them know, like, hey, I have these trust issues because maybe X, Y, Z. If that person can respond to your needs, then they can say like, hey, I know I was supposed to be off work 5 minutes ago. I'm just letting you know I'm running late. This is what held me up. Whatever. So that they can be receptive to the fact, hey, I know she's probably way overthinking things or spiraling about something because of the trust that she gave other people that was broken. And I'm going to try to rebuild that for her. Right?
that's real.
Like,
I
it's
but
all about finding the right person.
I agree, and to a certain point, there's also the degree that you would have to trust the person they're hanging out with. And I think that's where a major issue comes into play because it really just depends on how well you do or don't know that person. And
Right.
if you don't know them that well, it's not that you don't trust your partner, it's that you don't trust that person.
That's true. That's
You
true.
don't know what they'll do. You don't know.
Exactly.
People are so crazy. People are
Exactly.
literally insane.
Especially some of these females out there. No offense, y'all,
Um,
but
So true.
this is completely this is completely off topic. I don't even know if I've told you guys before, but I think I've told Soli. I don't know. Maybe I have told you guys. But a couple
Oh.
Halloweens ago, I went out with my friend, my childhood friend, the blonde girl. Her.
Okay.
We're gonna call her January.
That's
Subtle!
wild.
Subtle, my
Oh
guy!
my gosh, that is so funny, actually. Oh man, if that's wild. If only if the listeners knew why this was so funny, it would. Oh my gosh. Okay, continue with your story about January.
Okay, yeah. So she was like, "Hey, let's go to a party or whatever." And at the time, I'm single, right? Because yeah. So I go. I was like, "Oh yeah, I think these guys." So there was a party that they're going to downtown, and I was like, "We can go there." And she's like, "Yeah, let me see." And so then we end up going there, and we meet up because we were gonna take one car. I was like, "I'm gonna bring one of my guy friends because just in case we get a little too messed up, there's a guy, on our side for sure, on our side." These guys said, "The party's not for another 30 minutes. Let's go pre-game real quick and then we'll go." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine, whatever." I went to the bathroom and I came back and I usually only do clear, right? That's what I was doing. I was only doing clear. And then they gave me dark. I'm pretty sure it was Hennessy. And I was like, I don't know. I heard Henny do crazy things to women. I don't know if I want to do all that, but I was like, it's Halloween, just do it. And so I did it, right? I don't remember anything after that. You want to know what happened? These two guys drugged me. They drugged me. And I didn't figure out until the next day when I kept throwing up. And then I went to the doctors and I was like, "What's up?" And they're like, "Are you okay? Like, did something happen last night?" I was like, "Well, no, my friend took me home." And this was when we were at the townhomes at the time. And yeah, and they were trying to and I was outside and I wouldn't tell them. I was so out of it that I thought my friends were strangers. And so I wouldn't tell them the passcode to our house. I kept lying to them. I don't know how I was smart enough to do it in that state, but I kept lying to them. So then they took me to my guy friend's house at the time. And I woke up and I was so confused what happened. Mind you, I don't throw up. I don't throw up when I drink or do anything. So I knew something was immediately wrong right away. And so that's why I went to doctors. And I called out of work, obviously. Yeah. And that guy tried to hit me up. I blocked him. He tried to hit me up from a different account, made a different account. And I didn't know who it was because it was just a random account. And he goes, "Hey, I'm so sorry about that night and what happened. And, like, it was just a mistake. We didn't mean to do anything." And I was like, "Okay." And then I started posting, like, on Snapchat, like, a couple months later, and he kept hitting me up, trying to get my attention. And I was just like, this is never gonna happen. This is never gonna happen because you tried to essentially rape me. And that will never, ever happen. I will never put myself in that situation again. So, yeah. There's
Freaking
that story.
man.
Wow. First
Yeah.
thing, I'm very
I'm
sorry that happened.
sorry.
That is traumatizing.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Is there
know,
anything I didn't know
but
about
I
that
also
yet?
I thought I told you, Soli, but I guess I didn't.
Why
But the
didn't you
reason why
call?
I just told you I was really out of it. And by
Man,
the
I
time I got
could have
back,
come downstairs and just like
I
Oh, honey
also
bunches.
beat a
think
man
it's
up.
yeah, the only reason I remember it was because January texted me recently and she was like, "Girl, I literally was just looking at the videos from that night." And she goes, "I literally realized the moment when it happened." And she's like, "I'm so sorry. That night was just so." I was like, "That's traumatizing for you still too, even if you didn't get drugged. That's still traumatizing for you because you were in that experience and that could have happened to you."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm so sorry that whole night happened because yeah, it was crazy."
I
That is
think is
crazy.
a good talking point maybe to mention that you should never accept a drink from someone you don't know. Actually, you should simply just never accept a drink that you personally haven't filled or a bartender hasn't filled. And
Hallelujah.
if you leave your drink sitting around and it's open, don't drink from it anymore. You leave
Real.
that
Hallelujah.
alone.
Praise
Go
the
get
Lord.
No,
yourself a
no,
new
no.
drink. Yeah.
I will like to.
Be
I would like
safe.
to add. I don't do any of that anymore. I don't go partying. I don't do any of that. But that was just like at that moment in my life when I was like going out every
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, that's scary.
It was really, really, really weird because I wasn't attracted to the guys at all, and they were from my high school. And the only reason they got my Snapchat was because the last day of school, Soljan remembers this. Soli remembers this. She's like, um, we dressed literally like hoodlums every single day to school. We would wear huge sweatshirts and like sweatpants to school because we didn't care. It's just school, and it was public school, so we could wear whatever we want. We used to go to private school, so we're like, we can wear whatever we want.
Freedom.
The last day of school, I wore a dress.
Oh,
Too
Yeah,
much
the
gee.
last
attention.
Oh no. Okay.
no,
Too
and
much attention.
that's literally guys came up to me and
Man.
they're like, "Oh my gosh, did you just transfer here?"
Oh my.
On the last day of school, they asked if I transferred here. And I was like,
Idiots.
what was going through your brain when you asked that question?
Nothing. Boobs.
And then I will shout out, there was a girl who was sitting down in the hallway. I didn't even see her. I was just walking to my class. And she goes, "Hey mamas, you can come over here." And she's like, "You should give me your Snapchat." And I said, "Oh, I don't go that way." I said, "Thank you. I don't go that way though." Like, I'm sorry.
I don't go
Everyone's
that
got to
way.
experiment.
I didn't know what to say to her, and she goes, "No, it's okay, okay." She said, "You look good. You look good." I was like, "Thank you." But like, I wear. I just like started doing makeup like the past year, so I wasn't wearing makeup at the time, and I always thought like I was like, like I just wearing a dress. Like it's not like I'm doing anything like big, but it's like crazy how much like guys or anybody that's into girls, I should say, notice you so much more rather than like when you're wearing something else. Like I would literally wear something
Yeah.
like this to school in sweatpants.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's just crazy. Like
Between that or if you had food.
if I had food,
Yeah,
yes,
people be all up on you if
especially
you had food.
especially if it's that McDonald's breakfast.
That's wild.
Walks into
Okay.
school with a McDonald's
This is
breakfast.
crazy.
Everybody at that
Everybody.
public school would. Everybody at that public school would.
Everybody.
They would walk in. They'd be late, and they'd be shaking their little drink, and we'd be like, "Girl, you got that from McDonald's, not from some fancy coffee shop."
For real, dog.
Wait, okay. So is it just like no longer a thing if you have a pack of gum on you that everyone
Hey.
swarms you? Because that was the thing when I was back in middle
No,
school and high
it's
school.
that too still.
Okay, it's still that.
Okay.
Say you bring
Okay.
out that pack of gum and people be like,
Seriously,
I would
you
say
had
they
to
trust.
literally pull out a stick of gum like you were taking drugs and hide it real quick because
Real.
otherwise people were gonna find out and you can
Yeah.
no longer have
'cause
gum.
even you'd be like, "Oh, it's my last stick," and they'd be like, "Halvesies?" It's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
no, sir.
Like,
It's mine."
why do you feel claim to this? Yeah.
You're like, I'm sorry, are you gonna pay me for this?
I know. Well, remember
Right.
the whole business? Yeah. Making $1 a stick.
Yeah,
Yup.
it's
I
crazy
totally
the
did.
lengths people go to for a piece
You
of
have-
gum.
Like, I should
have
start
no
sitting
idea
out
where
at
drugs
schools
up in
being
there
like,
at
you
that
want
rate."
some gum? You want some gum?
Those
Got a
were-
dollar?
Those
Times are
were
tough.
spoiled kids who didn't know what like real
Honest.
money was. They
Nah,
didn't
'cause it's
understand
mommy and
it. It's just
daddy.
like, it's just like if you asked Bill Gates how much groceries would cost. It was kind of the same thing.
I feel like Bill
didn't
Gates
under-
seems like that cool kind of dude that like would know. I feel like you have to go
Wasn't
more
he on Ellen? I'm
egotistical.
pretty sure he was on Ellen
What,
and he did
Elon
that.
Musk or something?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Elon
pretty
Musk's a
sure
little
Bill Gates
interesting
hires people
though.
to do his grocery shopping for him
Oh, I
now.
don't
So
doubt that.
Probably. But I mean, a lot of people do at this point with
They
like
have private cars.
where you like
Yeah.
have the people
yeah,
shop for you
Ship
Instacart.
and then
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
Instacart and
Instacart.
like that. Yeah. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, yeah.
I have them do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a friend who actually like does like some of that aisle online shopping with Target, and they're always talking about how like Target gets on them if they're out of something, and that just like surprises me so much because I'm like as the customer, you're already paying for the convenience of it. Why not like you can only be so picky because if you were to go there yourself and they're out of it, you're not going to be like, "Oh, I'm going to put up a fight with your manager." Unless if you do
Mm,
that, but if you do
Yeah.
that, maybe fix your attitude.
people do that.
No, but you know what
But
the
you would just go
problem?
find something else.
But the
Yeah.
most
Right.
entitled people are the people that are I don't know how to phrase this without it
Just
being
phrase it. Just say
Just
it.
say
controversial.
it.
Just say it.
Controversial.
Just say
I
it.
had
Bomb color.
experiences. I work at the big coffee shop. That's where I work. And
Mhm.
the most controversial customers are the loud and wrong customers.
Mm.
Honest.
Point blank period all the time. We had a customer who came in. You want to know what this is what he ordered. His name is Righteous, may I add. That's his name.
Not the name dropping.
Oh, he can,
It's okay. It's
if he
just a
sees
first
this.
name. You're not breaking HIPAA.
Nah,
No.
there is no HIPAA
HIPAA.
in her
I'm just
situation,
saying. I'm just
ma'am.
His
saying.
order
I'm well aware. I was about to name drop for a second because you brought
Coffee
up the
shop?
name Righteous, and then I was like, oh wait, HIPAA.
oh,
Ah,
his
But it's okay.
oh,
First name
okay.
is
yeah,
Yeah.
fine. No, there's probably
yeah. I
plenty of
gotta plug my computer in.
Yeah.
righteouses.
His order is an iced matcha, right? And he says he orders that because he doesn't eat vegetables and this is his way to get his vegetables in.
No.
Gee, could I get away with that?
And he mind you,
Coming from the vegan is kind of crazy.
Right,
he's not a
that's wild.
teenager.
Awkward.
He's not a teenager. He's in his 50s. He's a
Oh.
grown man. And he will always say that. And so I made his matcha one day. And so we just get a sticker with whatever it was. I didn't take your order personally. I just make the drinks. And so I made the drink and I handed it out. I called it out. He's literally there's a whole like wall set up. He's putting his whole body like behind the wall watching me make his drink. I want to add that he also is shorter than me. I'm 5'5". So he's like 5'3" or something. So he has to jump on the counter to look over the wall to watch me do the drink. Yeah, like that's
The
it was just
effort.
crazy. So I was already mad, but I'm like, I want to be in a good mood today, so I'm just gonna let it go. So I give him the drink, and I knew it was him. I was like, okay, have a good day. And he goes, no, this is wrong. You made it wrong. I said, what did I make wrong, sir? I said, I made it correct to the sticker. He goes, this is supposed to be venti. I said, okay, well, I just said what I work for, but I don't really care. Um, and I was like, well, I'm sorry, this is a medium. This is what you ordered. On the sticker, it says you ordered a medium. I can remake it in a venti. And he goes, why do you always make it wrong? Why do you always make it wrong? This is my first time meeting this man. This is my first time meeting this man. He said, you always make it wrong. It's always you. And I was like, oh, I've never seen you before. I said, but if I look out in the future, I'll always remember you get a venti.
Okay,
He
why are
said,
customers like that? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
They're
Finish your story.
entitled. They're entitled. They want it made their way, the fastest way, and as convenient as possible. But I think what another controversial thing is that they don't understand that brand is a luxury coffee. It's a luxury coffee. That's why you're getting your little unicorn frappuccino, your Barbie frappuccino, your snickerdoodle frappuccino. You see what I'm saying? You can't go to a home state coffee shop, your your family owned coffee shop and get those. You can't. They're gonna have a simple coffee menu, and that's why theirs are less expensive. But we also serve ours in bigger quantities, and we serve so many different ingredients in whatever you want. So we cater to a lot. That's why I would consider it's a luxury brand. And I just don't think customers realize that they're purchasing a luxury brand. If you don't want luxury coffee, go to a family restaurant. We don't care.
Yeah.
Support small businesses. I'm all for that. I'm all for supporting small businesses. But the reason why your 26-ounce frappuccino, your 26-ounce diabetes is $7
I mean,
is
basically.
because we want you to know it's costing your life. You're going to get diabetes sometime in the future. No, I'm playing. We don't actually care.
No.
But
There
Nah,
might
as
be a
long as the money
legitimate
but
keeps
reason.
raking in.
Right. You care about
I,
the
as long as I get paid, I don't care. I
yeah.
will make your drink to however you like, but
You
do
said you just
like
want a cup of sugar?
you
You
have to
got it.
realize, yeah, you have to realize everybody who's making your drink is a person. Just like you're a person, we're a person.
Exactly.
Okay?
Right.
And so you yelling, you cussing at us, that's not going to get your drink faster. That's not going to get, even if you're in the fast food industry, that's not going to get your fast food any faster. That's going to get you banned. That's going to get the police called. It's just not going to help you. Do you want to get a small charge on your record for something as stupid as cussing out a person who
Mm.
gets paid minimum wage? Do you know how sad that sounds?
Hmm. But I think to your
Just saying.
point, it's always the people who are the loudest and the most wrong about something that always want to fight. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's like, considering we all worked in customer service, it's like, it's over the smallest things. The smallest things. And it's like, you just want something to be mad about. Like, I don't want to necessarily be your punching bag for the day, but at the same time, you're not allowed to put up a fight. So it's like, you gotta take it, which sucks. And it's like, what the heck? I didn't do anything to deserve this. But at the same time, when you recognize that, you're like, you are a grown human yelling at kids half the time, and this is what makes you feel better. I think
Yeah.
I think you need to reevaluate some things in your life because clearly something's upsetting you. And it's not me,
Right.
but
But
there's
the thing is
something.
though, yeah, it's just like so as like a black woman or biracial woman, like I feel like it's worse for us because you can't overreact or you can't even just like react. Otherwise you come off as that like crazy yelling black woman, like how dare you talk back. Like I'm not talking back. Like it could be as simple, they're yelling in your face and you're just trying to explain to them like this is company policy and they're like how dare you talk to me. But like it's just because of my color. Like if a colleague of mine who is white said the same thing, it would be like, oh my gosh, yes, thank you, I totally understand now. It's
Yeah.
like quick, let me just go straighten my hair, scrub off my skin real quick, and maybe you'll get it.
Stop.
Like, come
Start
on.
identifying as white. Put it on a name tag or something. Just say, I identify
I
as
should.
white.
I
Right,
should.
seriously. I mean, you're
Please
half
treat me
white,
as white.
so
Seriously,
I feel
identify
as
as my
though if
half.
if you can say you're black, you should also be able to say you're white.
That's true, but that's not how everyone sees me. They see you. They see you as
Well,
black.
I
They
know.
see the drop in the bucket, and all of a sudden you're black.
Yep.
But we can get into that another time.
Oh, absolutely.
That can be a whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Anyone have anything else they want to talk about? Otherwise, we can move into the this or that. No.
Nah, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Ah,
Classic me.
what a shame. If it comes to you, you can bring it up.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, for just a fun little end of the show segment kind of thing, we're going to do little games that kind of help you guys get to know us. And so tonight we're going to start with this or that. It's going to just be very simple, easy little things to get to know us a little bit better. And maybe we'll get to know each other too, because I don't know if we know all of the answers to these things. I'm sure we know a lot of them about each other. But Okay. The first one is coffee or tea. I feel like I know this one about all of us.
I don't
I'm
know. Jasmine
obviously
can be a
tea.
little flip
Okay.
flop sometimes.
I
Yeah,
do.
Jenna can
It's
be.
coffee in the morning, tea in the afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's a little
Proper
proper
British
English person.
person.
Oh, you betcha.
Jinx.
Wow, that's actually
Yeah, definitely coffee over here. So
funny. Same with
Oh,
ours,
yeah.
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 10
Yeah.
shots, 15 shots, 20 shots,
real
give it all to me.
morning, midday,
Yeah.
night, don't matter.
Heart
Yep. It
attack.
doesn't affect me anymore, really. It just gives me headache
Exactly.
if I don't have it.
Caffeine runs through our blood.
That's wild. That's insane. I'm tea. I can't stand the smell or taste of coffee, so.
Actually,
There's
you
not
tried
even
a shot of
so.
espresso, though.
I did, and you guys saw my face.
Yeah, she
It
didn't
wasn't
like it too
bad.
much.
No, it was
Oh, bye,
bad.
Jazz.
I literally took a sip. What I got the. I was supposed to get a good shot and a bad shot, and I got the good shot, and I thought it was the bad shot, and then I got the bad shot, and it tasted the same in my
Even
opinion. So
worse. You said it was even
it
worse.
yes, it was worse,
Good.
but it was still ugh.
Yeah.
So
To be
It's an
fair, I wouldn't
acquired
recommend
taste.
just if you were just starting off with coffee to
Espresso.
just
Yeah.
start with shots of espresso.
Yeah,
So,
definitely wouldn't be the right way to go about it, but
no. That's not how I got solely to like coffee. So,
oh, we lost Jazrin.
yeah, that's all I got for you
oh,
today.
okay, yep, that's it. Yep,
That was
okay.
beautiful.
That
That
was. It was
was
gorgeous.
that was
Yeah.
actually so beautiful.
It doesn't look like we have Joshua back.
It doesn't. Was hoping she'd maybe rejoin by now, but okay. Should we wait?
We had our beautiful cover of Michael Jackson.
I
I can
know
tell
it
you
was
some
so
customer
beautiful.
stories while we're
Bazarin,
waiting for
you're
her.
actually a good singer.
What?
Oh, that
You're
seemed a
actually a
little
good singer.
backhanded.
No, there was no
Thank
backhanded about it.
I wasn't really
I'm saying
trying
like
there, but that's
genuinely.
probably good then. Okay, thank you.
No, like genuinely, you're a good singer. I feel like I don't hear
Thank you.
Zarin sing like trying often. She
Oh,
usually just like
no.
starts joking singing.
No, because
Yeah.
once you start trying, and then if someone actually tells you you're not good at it, then you gotta be like,
Yikes.
You gotta be like,
Well,
that's
who's
fake,
saying
man.
those things? Like those
oh,
people.
no one. You know, it's
It's,
like that whole,
There
like,
she
if you don't
is.
give it your best at something, nobody can ever tell you you're not good at it.
yeah.
True.
But then
They'll be like, well, I
what did
didn't
MJ
try.
say? MJ said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
True.
This is also true.
That's a bad habit that I have as a perfectionist. You only do half effort because you don't want to like look bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you fail an exam or something, and if you say, "Oh, well, I didn't study," then nobody can be like, "Oh,
Exactly.
well, you're dumb then," like, because you're
Exactly.
not, because you didn't study.
Truth. Jasmine, can you hear us?
I think she can hear us and we can hear her, but she's just a
Okay.
little.
I can hear
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
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 Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Cool. Yes, we
Yeah.
can. We're glad you're
Glitchy.
back. You
Yeah.
missed
Yeah.
Razarn singing for you.
You did. She did
Yeah,
sing to
because you were
Michael
gone.
Jackson. It was quite gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no.
You have to listen to
Aw.
it later. All right. You ready for
Gotcha.
the second one then?
Yeah.
I will.
All right. Early bird or night owl?
Let's hear it.
If I'm working, it's
Growing up,
I rather
night
work
owl.
early.
Recently, early bird.
Fair. If I'm
Okay.
working though, I would say early because I rather get done with work and have the rest of the day.
That is fair.
But if I have the day off,
Yeah.
I would say I'm probably a night owl. I'm probably staying up until 3, doing
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Definitely more of a night owl. It's too hard to wake up.
Oh, I
It
agree.
is.
No matter what time it is, it's too hard.
It is hard,
Yeah.
but it's so nice having the morning. Like lately, I've been getting up around like 5:30, and just like the quiet, your morning cup of coffee. I've been into watching the news, sounding like a grandma. Don't worry, I'll be picking up my walker later today. Um, but I don't know. It's just like those. I don't know. It's like the morning cuddles with Scooter on the couch. Like, I don't know.
For those of you
So
unaware,
something that's
Scooter is her
different
dog.
about
Yes,
it
Scooter
than
is her
in the
dog.
afternoon.
That's
Yes.
fair. I feel like if I could get to that
He is my
point,
dog.
like where waking up, I think I would have to like get to the point where I'm going to bed early enough that waking up that early wouldn't like bother me so much. But I don't ever do that. I always tell myself I will, and then I don't. So I'm honestly, if I had to answer this question, I don't even know if I'd be either. I'm like I want to go to bed by 10 o'clock and sleep in until 8 or 9. So
You sound like my boyfriend.
yeah,
My
but I
boyfriend, except he
do
wants to
go to
stay.
work.
Oh, okay. Is that shade?
Just a little bit.
Is that shade?
It wasn't supposed to be malicious in any way. It was just a joke.
You want to throw shade?
So,
I can
Man
throw
can
shade.
sleep. That is for sure. Like, good
He can
heavens.
sleep. I really do think he has a disorder and needs to go to the doctor.
I
But
mean, shout
that
out to
won't
all
But he
happen.
those
won't.
medical school students who aren't getting paid for the work they're doing, you know?
Seriously though, it's
Shout out
exhausting
to
out
y'all.
here.
Shout out to other people who aren't get paid for the work they're doing, but maybe
Truth.
file a complaint
Yeah,
against that.
tell me why when I was shadowing at the veterinary physical therapist yesterday, there were these two interns, both white, and I honestly was the only colored person there. And they mention how they're not getting paid, and one of them goes, "Yeah, slavery out here," and I'm like, "Excuse you,
Yes,
excuse you,
Was
and
this
your
You know
person
what?
white?
yes, the
pale,
person was white.
pasty skin." Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just looked at them like, do you want to reevaluate that? But I'm only here for a
Yes.
day, so I'm not trying to stir anything because if but
Yeah, that's
but the
wild. That's
caucasity.
yeah, no, really, because that person is.
Mm, facts on facts.
All right. Texting or calling?
Oof.
You already know me as
Um,
texting.
who is it?
Avoid a
Who is it?
call anytime.
Exactly. That's the main
Okay,
question.
if it's my
Who is
boyfriend,
it?
if it's my
Okay,
boyfriend, I
fair.
can text him all day. I could call. I could be on call with him all day if I really wanted to be. But he's a very introverted, awkward person. So he tends to like get
Girl, we're talking about
nervous.
you. Love you, but we're talking about you, not your boyfriend.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
saying. If it's my boyfriend,
Yep. If it's your
If your
boyfriend, text or
boyfriend's
call.
calling
Answer the
you,
I
yeah.
will
question, man.
call. I will call. Everybody else, don't call me.
Wow, that's harsh.
Okay,
Respectfully.
that's
Dang, that
wild. But
hurts.
all
See, here's
right, I
where I
won't
come
call you
in is
then.
because when I be at work and you
If it's
call
your
me, I'll
Facts.
answer.
that's because you
She
actually
goes
called
to
her.
work.
And
No.
if it's immediate, then of course I'm gonna call you. But
Girl,
if I
you
can
have to call
wait,
Riz. She's got you like blocked on her phone. Like silencing everybody's texts. There's
She
no
sure
way
No,
you
does.
threw
I always disturb
seriously.
you, hun. I always do it. I'm always like, disturb anyway? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Does it notify me?
It
Yeah,
should. It's
it
supposed
should.
to.
It should, but
Try it
you
next
act
time.
like
I
it
want to see if it
doesn't.
actually works. I don't think it does. I actually
Your
don't think it
phone's
does.
jacked
Like,
up
if you
anyway.
text
It's
me right now,
okay.
I don't think it
Yeah.
would.
Mm,
Oh, anyways.
I'll just start calling you.
Mm.
Anyhow, I prefer texts, but if I'm in the car, I like calling because I get bored in the car.
Well,
So
if you're in the car, you
talking
shouldn't be
Do
is
be
a
texting.
nice fill of
texting.
the
This is
time.
true.
No
You
texting while
probably shouldn't be
driving.
texting while you're driving.
Agreed. Don't text and drive, kids.
Okay.
Anybody, not just
Yeah.
kids. Anybody, please.
Anybody. I
We
don't
want to
care
keep
how
everyone
old you
safe.
are. Yeah. Okay.
Too many accidents happen from texting and driving.
I
It
am the
can wait.
person.
It's
Oh,
not
it
that
can
important.
wait.
Yeah, wait.
That's true.
Okay.
I am the person who likes a courtesy text before you call me. Like, just give me a heads up. Like,
Adults are
hey,
kids.
are you chill if I call you real quick? If I know, then I'm like, yeah, hit me up with a call. But if I just get a call out of nowhere, I'm like,
You're just
what is this? Why is this? I will usually not answer, then text them and ask them what they need. And then if it's something serious, I'll be like, oh, and then I'll call them back.
kids with a larger number
Oh,
on their age.
what?
Hmm?
She cut out for me.
She cut out for me
Same.
too. What'd you say, Jasmine?
Yup, she's getting blurry.
Oh no. Something about larger age. I don't know.
Oh, larger age. Oh,
Isn't that what she
true.
said?
I don't know, man. I zoned out, not gonna lie. ADHD,
Her
man.
larger number or something like that.
Okay, Sully,
But
you
it
didn't
feels like
answer the
she's still
question though.
talking, so I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, oh.
Oh,
Definitely prefer texting over calling, but if it's from like family,
Mm,
partner,
mm,
it's probably more acceptable if you want to call, I guess.
yeah.
Still, it's like, is it that important though? If not, just text me, man.
agreed.
Okay, that's fair. I
Because if you
agree.
Yeah.
call me, I'm gonna think it's important, and generally it's usually not.
Mm.
I don't think I've actually gotten a serious call. Uh, there was one time though when Tegan decided to text our family group chat and tell us she couldn't see, and I freaked out. And so I'm like, "What do you mean you can't see?" And she goes, when I close my eyes, I can't see.
I remember that.
And then she said that that would be her life without us. So she might have freaked us out, but she ended it on a good note, I guess.
Yeah,
Not
I
gonna
kept it
lie, I
cute.
don't
She
remember this
did.
ever happening.
That's probably because at the time you weren't even in the family group chat.
Oh,
That's a whole
Hallelujah.
nother
people were
Here.
somebody
conversation.
kept asking her in.
Oh my.
That is so true.
Yeah. Okay, maybe just a couple more. Let's do introvert or extrovert.
Bruh.
Extrovert.
We knew that one. I'm an
I
introvert,
think,
obviously.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I just feel like we're all very obvious. Like the willing, like me and Sully, we talk. Jasmine
I
talks a
mean,
lot.
if we're going based off of whatever you call it, the test thingamajig that tells you, then technically the ambivert or whatever the heck it is, it's like a
Oh,
50-50 split.
ambivert, yeah.
Yeah,
It,
ambivert.
it really depends on the situation you're putting me in, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say like probably pretty evenly I'm gonna be fine keeping to myself, and pretty evenly I'll be happy to have a conversation.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
But the social battery can drain real quickly,
That's
that's
Yeah.
true.
fair.
especially when
That's fair.
everybody's home.
Oh,
That's fair. We
Like
can
I
be a
love you
little
when
guys. I love
much.
you
people
guys
are
so
home.
much. But like sometimes it's
Who's
like,
coming upstairs? Oh, it's Dad.
let me take a nap. Let me call it a day.
What about you,
Right.
Rice? What would you consider yourself?
Probably extrovert. I would say certain people definitely tick me off and annoy me. But,
Interesting.
I think everyone could say that.
well, I mean, like, that
Yeah.
drains me a lot. That drain, because, like, if I have to be,
Yeah.
like, if you're really making me mad, you're annoying me, or if I just don't want to talk to you, it's gonna drain me if I have to.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'm kind of surprised you said extrovert though. I thought maybe like solely you would have said something more like ambivert
I think
or
I am.
okay.
I think I am. But, like, when it comes to, like, being in the customer service, I feel like you can't be.
Eh, eh. I think work life and reality is different.
Fair.
Because I think you do need to have that work life, personal life separation. And when you go to work, you're almost a completely different person. It's like you're putting on a
I don't know,
facade.
man.
This is true. This is true. I agree.
Because again, I can't honestly be myself at work if people are going to come up to me and have issues. Because if I was being myself, I'd give them a big attitude back. But you can't do that. Can't do it.
Jadron is struggling.
Yeah. Might be that Wi-Fi
Oh my.
acting up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
man.
wild. While we wait for her, unfortunately, the Vikings have lost tonight.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy.
Well,
One of my
that
coworkers predicted it. Was it a close game?
I have no idea, actually. That's a good question.
I don't think so. He said we
Oh,
suck.
It
So
said
I'm
it was.
assuming
They were tied when we started. So they lost by 10. It was
2030. I mean,
2030 wasn't too bad, but the
it's
Rams
not the
also
worst.
suck. So
Well,
yeah.
you have your good days, you have your bad days.
this is true, but I'm unfortunately very disappointed because my boyfriend said that after the Vikings had a bye week, we would start losing all of our games, and I told him, "No, watch us not do that this year." And then
Um, bummer.
unfortunately, that's
Looks
happening
like,
now.
you know,
Oh.
the Vikings don't have the best luck when coming into these things, you know. Could have played in our own Super
Yeah.
Bowl, but they failed.
I know, and made history. They
Yeah,
failed
but they didn't.
us. They really didn't. All right.
Minnesota just doesn't want to do that, huh?
No. We don't ever want to be good at anything. Just like how the Lynx lost.
Oh, we don't
We
need
don't want
to
to talk
bring up
about
that
that.
wound.
Oh, I mean,
We don't talk about that.
all
Yeah,
right.
no, just like we don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about the Lynx this year.
Okay. All right, children, before you get lost again, let's do one more.
I switched to my phone. My computer died. It was broken.
Oh,
Then it was
okay.
getting all wonky. So technical difficulties.
Okay. One last one that I think we probably can guess about all of us. Hot weather or cold weather?
Ooh, hot.
Cold weather for me, obviously.
Can I say room temp or something? Like,
Hmm? No, if
I
you had
Yeah,
to
don't
like
know.
choose
I don't
70
want
one.
degrees.
cold.
No, if you had
Hot.
to
Choosing
choose one.
one, I'm
Hot.
picking the cold weather because I can layer up.
Exactly. You can layer. You can't take your skin off when you get too hot.
You know,
You
air
could.
This is a
conditioning
genuine
is
concern.
a thing.
So is heating, Jezrin.
I know, but just
Yes,
I
but I
like
can't
being
take
warm.
air conditioning with me outside.
You can. It's called a
You can take a
fan.
fan. You can't take heating with you
That's not
outside
the same
either,
thing though.
then.
The fan just turns air. It doesn't give out cold air. It just pushes out air.
Don't they
Okay,
have those
I'd
Fair.
portable ones?
rather be
Fair.
driving in the summer with like
I'd
non-icy
rather be driving
roads
around in the winter
than in
with
the winter.
warm heat. That's different. The road conditions are different than the temperature.
Okay, fine.
True.
Anyhow, I'm still warm
True.
summer.
Because when it gets warm, it gets humid. And when it's humid, it's sticky. And when
Ugh,
it's
That also
sticky, it's
depends
just
on where you
disgusting.
live,
and
though.
our hair? Afro.
Yes, I'm aware.
Mad afro.
That
But
means
that's just
humid,
because
not hot.
We
Hot
were
and
talking
humid
about
aren't the same.
humid. We just talked about
we
humid.
just talked about humid, Riz.
I'm not listening. I'm not gonna lie. I zoned out.
Bring the heat, man.
Nice.
We live in Minnesota, and yet it still be getting too hot up here.
Exactly. That's much too hot.
Blame it on the
Global
global
warming.
warming.
Blame it on the.
Yes, blame it on global warming. Well, I think that is all for today, yeah?
That's a wrap.
True.
That's a wrap.
After some serious technical difficulties, a big support
My bad.
on Rizarn's end,
Yes.
and some
What?
pretty good conversation throughout.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was pretty good
Pretty
conversation.
successful first episode.
Yeah.
I guess
First
we'll find
episode,
out.
you guys.
Whoop, whoop.
So yeah, tune in next week to hear what other gossip and wild stories get revealed.
Ooh.
All on.
Are you a ghost?
Halloween is next week.
With her
Thank you
skin
much.
tone, yeah.
Oh wow, dang, dang. Maybe I should have just like cut out and been like, I can't rejoin if I'm gonna be
Do
getting
we
all
need to sing
this
another
shade.
Michael Jackson song for you?
Wow, wow.
lasting memory of. Like,
Thanks, guys. Hopefully everyone can see me if they're watching the podcast. Hopefully I'm not too, like, washed
Where'd you
out.
go? I just see a curtain behind you.
Oh,
Where'd you
knew
go?
it. Knew it.
that's it.
Just this bright light right in the middle.
Yeah. Like,
Because I'm a shining star.
no, nobody said that part.
I did. Y'all implied it.
No.
No.
Yeah, that's what I
But
gathered.
I'm glad you think that about yourself. You should.
Thank you.
The person with the biggest ego award goes to.
I haven't seen an award, so feel free to get me one.
Oh.
Give me money and we'll buy it.
Nah, fam, that's not how this works. That's not how this works, girl.
Maybe our viewers will give you money.
Yeah.
You know?
You can ask them to give you the award.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Otherwise, it'll just have to be like a mental thing, you know? You gotta just know that you've done it.
I got too many mental things going on, so
Oh,
I guess we'll table that for now,
It's
so you guys can
Oh.
get some money.
put a pin in it.
That's wild.
Yeah, I'll remember. We'll come back.
Okay.
Alright. Zoran is faded. Okay. Alright.
It only lasts so long.
Yeah. Alright. Well, thank you everyone for joining us on our first episode of We Shouldn't Be Talking About This.
Thanks for tuning in. See you all next week.
Peace out.